From film appreciation to dramatics, and how did that transition come about? Is it a transition, or you're doing both at the same time?
I'm doing both, of course. And I think whatever I do, the kind of binding force or the center or the soul of all what I'm doing is that I'm an artist. And if I'm doing film appreciation, if I'm making a film, if I'm teaching acting, it's all centered around me as an artist. And I feel I'm an artist at heart and an entrepreneur by spirit. But I always approach it as an artist first. And I think that's a unique aspect.
You approach it as an artist, not as an actor.
Basically what you're doing as an actor, for me, and I see it as an artist, is that you're exploring yourself, you're discovering yourself. And according to me, I don't require any specific popular method or model to follow. And for me, this journey as acting, teaching acting, is purely something that interested me as an artist. When Kishore wanted to explore that I teach acting or acting appreciation, started with acting appreciation, where I was researching the various methods of acting all over the world and how it comes into play. And that's when I really asked myself the question, like, what is acting? And what do you require when you teach acting? And what is the whole thing about? At one level, at a deep level, it's about self-discovery. You are the instrument, you are the player. So you're going deep within, understanding, being aware of your body, your senses, and that's the foundation of acting, So I, in fact, got in touch with, by some powers that may be, with a particular acting training technique, which I felt was very powerful. And then I took that forward. So I basically started acting teaching because I believed in it as an artist and I wanted to explore it, and I'm still exploring it, just like film appreciation. And I feel that it's an important method, an important technique that is not so popular and is useful, will be useful.
Tell me more about this method of acting.
The technique is the Michael Chekhov Acting Technique. When you talk about acting, what you're doing is that you're portraying different characters. Now there is a big danger in that, because if you lose yourself, then who do you find? So you either go deeper into getting at a deeper state of your own self, or you go berserk, you go mad. You cannot deal with these changing characters, these changing forms that you have to take, that the role demands, that your profession demands. So that challenge is, I think, at the center of acting, and therefore this very specific need for giving a tool, which was exciting for me, to give a specific tool to an actor where he can explore this. And at the foundation of Chekhov, Michael Chekhov, is that you treat the actor's body, which is distinct, which is different. The actor's body, what I mean is his body, his emotions, his senses, everything, and the character's body, which is distinct, right? So when you create that distinction, then when you're creating, you're not affecting yourself. So it's not being regressive, because I feel if you take up acting as an art form and as an artist, then it should make you grow. It should be creative. It should make you excited. Even if you're crying, there is something richer that is going on inside. It's benefiting you as an artist. So how do you do that? What are the tools that can help you to do that? If you talk about an amateur who gets into acting many times, he relives his past experiences, because the challenge for an actor is that how do you make it real? So unless you remember your mother dying, how do you really feel that my mother is dying? So to get those very real emotions, sometimes the methods used are harming you, are regressive. And that's what I, in my humble way, am trying to address and give them newer tools to try and support them as an artist.
Mm-hmm. So, we have been talking for some time, Oorvazi, and I find that behind your personality is this great passion for teaching.
Okay.
Tell me more about that, and what you think an ideal teacher is.
Okay.
And how are you trying to, take it forward?
Okay. As I said, I never started off by wanting to be a teacher. It was a process which I reached, and when I reached here, I feel that this is something that is my passion, part of my passion, besides being a filmmaker. And even teaching is like being an artist for me. is like a live performance every time when I speak to the audiences. There's a give and take. So the process of education for me, I feel, is more about inspiring my audience or inspiring individuals who I get in touch with or students to find their own truth. Of course, as a teacher, I have to give them information and I have to simplify things and be more precise and work at how can I stimulate them and give them the right knowledge so that they can go forward from there. But my key role is more of not telling them this is the truth, but rather telling them find your own truth. These are the possibilities. Maybe this is what I believe, if sometimes I have a very strong view, but it's about inspiring them to go out there and grab the knowledge and experience it. Also, that's, I think, very important aspect of my teaching, where I feel that if I make them experience the essence of something, if I simplify it, if I don't just give them jargon. Jargon is something that they can accumulate or I can tell them later on. But to start with, there is an essence of something. There is a very simple, precise simplicity at the core of everything. And if I can make them experience that rather than tell them that, not always possible. But if I can do that at any point in time, then I think that's my humble efforts that are successful. And I'm still, of course, at the very initial stages. I am continuing my process of trying to develop the art of teaching, if I may put it that way.
A teacher's reward is what her students say about her behind her back. They love her command over the subject, her lucid thought process, the in-depth research she does for every movie, her dedication, her enthusiasm. Check out this and more at Oorvazi Irani's blog. Continue to send in your messages, your ideas, your stories, and come join the movement. Goodbye.